And you might just see a little thing saying recording on the top.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, so I might share my screen now and we'll get started. Okay. So does everyone have idle open?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Cool. So today we're going to be playing around with something called Turtle. So I don't know if you remember, you know how last week I showed you some of the games where it draws stuff on the screen? That's what uses Turtle. Like, that's how it draws the stuff on the screen. It uses something called Turtle. So
I'm pretty sure my dad told me about that.
Oh, really? Already? That's good. Hang on. So I'll just get it open and to show you an example again.
Because I think he uses it.
Oh, he uses Turtle.
Turtle
Where do you
Python.
find this lesson, like the docs, you know?
Oh,
This,
so these are actually our lesson docs. So it's just like what us tutors have access to.
Oh, because Zara said that we can have a copy of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll double check with her and then like I could get her to send it.
Yeah, because that's what I wanna do. Like, I wanna know what we cover each lesson because.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah, and she said she'll provide me with the
With the
outline
lesson plan.
of every lesson, what we actually learn and cover. So we can cross reference it back if we, let's say, we wanna practice, you know.
Yep. Yeah. I'll message her and double check, and then I'll get her to contact you and like just remind her to send that to you. Sorry, give me a second. My computer's being a bit slow. Okay, while I'm waiting, I'll just get idle open.
Is your idle open, Corey?
And just double check that you can see my screen and idle as well. And your idle, I mean. Hang on, I'm just gonna stop sharing and I'll just open it and share again because it wasn't working properly. So give me a second and I'll just show you the type of program you can make with Turtle again. So let me just share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen again?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. So just keep idle open and I'll just quickly show you again what Turtle does. So you can do a few things with Turtle in Python, but this is just an example of a program. I showed you guys in the first week, but I'll just show you again so you know what you're doing. So it basically allows you to draw graphics on the screen. So once this loads. Okay, so this is where it asks how many sides will the shape have. And if I just say like 4, it draws it on the screen. So the thing like that is actually drawing the lines and stuff is something called, like it's using a library called Turtle, and this is the kind of code, but I'll just stop that for now and we'll actually get into it and then it'll make more sense. So I might just, okay. Can you guys see my screen and your screen? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Is the size okay as well?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yep, okay. So yeah, as I was saying before, Turtle is something called a library. So has anyone heard of a library with programming languages?
No.
No. Okay, that's okay. So it's basically, it's like a bunch of code that someone else has done and then we can use it. So like they've already made some code that does different sort of stuff. So in this case, it draws things on the screen. So they've done it and made it easy for us. So all we need to do is just use like certain functions. Functions kind of just use bits of like other bits of code that are already set, so we can use those functions to do things. So it'll make a bit more sense when I show you. So the first,
I've been practicing.
you've been practicing? Okay, that's good. Have you been practicing with Turtle at all?
No.
No? Okay, that's okay. So it's good to practice as well. So I'll first introduce Turtle, and then we might use some of the stuff we did last week as well.
Okay.
The first thing we need to do is whenever we're using a library that is made, like that's already made, we have to import it. So make sure you guys are just in Python shell right now.
Yep.
Yep, so the ones with the 3 arrows. So you just need to type import turtle. So what that does is it allows us, so it imports everything we need to use this turtle library, and then we can actually use the functions in it. So if we didn't import it, we wouldn't be able to use the things that make it draw on the screen. So once you've done that line, just press enter. And then it doesn't look like it's done anything, but that's okay. It's done it in the background. And now what we want is we want to create an actual turtle. So a turtle is like this little cursor thing. If you look back on the screen, it's the cursor that, it's the cursor that actually draws stuff on the screen here. So like right now it's just this little arrow. So the turtle, like we can make the turtle move up, down, and like change color and stuff, but it's the main thing that controls the lines that we're drawing. So what we need to do is we need to actually make our turtle so we can give it a name. So do you remember how last time we went into variables?
Yeah.
It's a bit like a variable. So what we, like I might, sorry?
What do we go like turtle equals something?
Yeah, exactly. But instead of turtle, you can call it anything. So you can call it turtle, or you could call it, like you could give it a name. So like I might go Bob is equal to. So you can just give it any name. And now what we need to do is we need to go turtle, lowercase, dot, and then uppercase Turtle. So you might see some stuff as you're typing. Do you guys get a drop down box as well?
Wait. Equals. Turtle. Dot.
So did you see the drop down box?
Not really. It doesn't show me.
It doesn't show you. That's okay. It might come up if you press shift. So as you're typing, if you press shift on your keyboard, tab on your keyboard.
Tab.
Tab, that's above.
That'll make it turtle.
Yeah, so it like finishes off the word you're typing. So that's another thing that idle has here. Like it kind of knows some of the functions that you're trying to type, so it'll try finish it off.
Yeah, gave me the right one.
Gave you the right.
You have to ask her.
I do know how to do it.
Huh?
I do.
Yep. So after, if not, you can always just type it. You don't have to press tab and finish it off. You can just type it yourself. The tab thing just makes sure like that you've said, like type the right word with the right spelling and stuff, but it doesn't matter too much. And then after this line, you just want to put an open and close brackets.
Okay.
Yep. So what this is doing, it's creating a variable called Bob. And Bob is like, it's kind of like a little robot that draws on the screen. So that's using turtle. So what it's doing is it's calling this method called turtle. So a method, if you hear me use the word method or function, they're pretty much the same thing. So it's pretty much like some code that was written somewhere else that you're reusing again. Does that kind of make sense?
Yep.
Yep. So a library is like a whole bunch of code that we're taking from somewhere else. So that might have lots of methods in it, but a method is just one bit of code that does one thing. So like in this case, it's kind of just like setting up our turtle.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so once you've done that, just press enter and another screen might have opened up.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's kind of like it
Wait,
says
mine says unexpected indent.
unexpected indent. So if you have a space somewhere, an extra space at the end or maybe like in between the full stop.
No, I don't have a space anywhere.
Okay.
That's exactly how you typed it.
Exactly how I typed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just try type it again and see. So sometimes Python's a bit picky. And the indent means like it's either been tabbed in a bit or like there's some spacing issue that confuses it. So just try type it again.
So
While we're waiting, I'll just quickly send a message to the other student's parent.
okay.
Did it work? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll just quickly explain again. The bob equals, you guys get that, right? That's like the variable name equal to. And then the reason why we go turtle dot turtle is because this function, turtle with the capital T, is from this library called turtle with the lowercase t. So the dot just means like it's part of that. We're using the function from that library, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So once you've typed that line of code, you should get this window that says Python Turtle Graphics.
Yeah.
So this is where it'll actually draw the stuff. So the little cursor or like the arrow that you see, that's our turtle. So that's Bob or whatever you guys called yours. So now we can actually make it do stuff like move around and draw on the screen. So if you go back into Shell, so don't close this window. Just go back into Shell. And what we can do is we can make Bob go forward. So we can type Bob and then dot and then the word forward. And then the circle brackets. So open and close the brackets. And then inside the brackets, we can put a number. So that just says like how much Bob should move forward. So like I might put 10. So I'm pretty sure that's in pixels. So it'll move 10 pixels. So you could make it a bigger number like 100 or like 50 or something. It's up to you. So basically, the number, it just determines like how long you want it to go forward for. And this time, do you know why we have the dot here? So now we have Bob dot forward. Does anyone have an idea? Pardon? Sorry?
Because when we did Bob equals turtle, we did dot turtle.
Yeah, kind of. So what we did up here is we made Bob a turtle. So it kind of created the turtle, and every function that's in like this turtle kind of went into Bob.
Yeah.
So that's why like forward is now a part of Bob. So it's kind of like if Bob like had a set of commands to do like forward, all these different things. Now it's part of Bob. So that's why we want to say Bob dot forward. And that means Bob will move forward. So if you press enter, if you go back to that window that opened, you might see a small line.
Yeah?
Yeah, so that's like from the line of code that said Bob dot forward. So it might be a tiny line because that's just the small amount that it moves. So you can try play around with it and make it a bigger number. So maybe
And it went off the page.
and it went off the page. I think it was too big of a number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
So if you want it to turn back, because if yours has gone out of the page, you can make him turn back. So one function we can use is left. So what you'd need to type is bob.left.
Left.
Yeah, left. So like facing left, but inside the brackets, we can say like how much we want it to turn left. So do you guys know your angles?
Yes.
Yep. So
Yeah.
if it's facing this way and you want to make it turn the other way,
180 degrees.
yep. So inside the brackets, you would just type in 180. And then if you press enter and go back to your other screen.
What are you doing the school one? I asked you to do the other one, isn't it?
So you should see that the cursor has turned the other way.
Yeah.
And then if you go forward this time, bob.forward, and then put in a number, it moves the other way. So basically forward makes Bob move whichever way it's facing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you guys play around with that a bit. So try make a shape if you can. So like a square or a rectangle or something. So have a think about how you might make a square. So if you know your angles and which way it's facing, and like this, are all the sides even? Or are they different? Try have a play around with it
Okay.
and see.
I made Bob do a big circle.
Oh, you made him do a big circle. What did you use?
I did Bob dot circle.
Yep, that's
Dot.
another one.
In brackets 999.
999. Whoa, that is a big number. Yeah, so dot circle is another function you can use, so it like automatically makes it draw the
A circle.
Yeah. And then the number inside. So do you see as you're typing, like some text comes up with a yellow background? So that's kind of telling you what should go in the bracket. So it's saying draw a circle with a given radius. So that number 999 that you did, that's how big the radius of the circle was.
I did a small circle.
You did a small circle. So what did you change to make it small?
I made it 21.
Yep. Good job. So do you guys know like the radius in shapes? Do you know what the radius is?
Yeah.
Mine
Yeah.
deleted.
Yours deleted. What
Yeah.
happened? What thing got deleted?
I don't know. It just deleted.
Share screen, share screen. Oh my god, all red.
Yeah.
did you
So
do?
I'll just stop sharing, and you can start sharing your screen, and we can see what happened. So do you remember how to share your screen?
Just click share.
I did click share.
Okay, you might need to choose, like when you click share, you might have to choose which screen you want to share as well.
Click that one.
Yeah. I just clicked on share.
I'm
Share.
trying to click it.
Okay, so it might be a bit slow as well. Sometimes it's a bit laggy. So if you click share, like it would give you some options and say, which one do you want to share? Yeah. Oh, hang on. This
Like
is
that?
just the screen. Yeah, so like that. But this time we want Corey to do it. So, Corey, do you want to try sharing your screen again?
Yeah, I'm trying to press desktop 1.
Yep. And is it doing anything? It could just be a bit slow.
It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything. Maybe just give it a couple of seconds. It could be lagging a bit. Sometimes the share screen takes some time. In the meantime, what was the thing that got deleted? Do you know what it was?
The turtle thing.
The turtle? Like the thing that was drawing? Oh, I think your thing started sharing. Okay, so
Yeah, it says on the top you're sharing
yeah,
your Rachel's screen.
yeah, cool. So is it just that other window that got deleted?
Where's the
Yeah,
other window?
it was
Yeah.
that other window that got deleted.
Okay, so it might have just accidentally gotten closed or something. What you could do is, because this is just Python shell, maybe you could just close it and open up idle again. Corey, can you still hear me? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, okay, sorry. I
Yeah.
think it was being a bit slow. So yeah, maybe just close the shell and open up idle again. And then you'll just need to import turtle.
I don't know.
Okay.
So just remember, because the shell is just kind of a one-line thing, that's not like a file which we can save, so it's okay to just close it and open it again. Because right now we're just testing things. Anyway. Yep, so before doing that, do you remember what the first step is that we need to do? So before we can use turtle, we actually need to import it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we close it and open it again, it's like it started new.
Or
Yep, and then turtle.
do I need a capital?
Not for this.
Okay. Import turtle.
Yep, and then now we need to make like a little variable thing.
Equals
Yep, and then
turtle dot turtle. Okay.
yep. So now, yeah, it's back up again. And you can just play around with what you were doing before now.
Okay.
I'll just share my screen again.
Yeah, you just stop sharing.
That's okay. If I press share, I think it stops yours anyway. Yep. So another thing you guys can do with turtle is you can change the color of it. So right now the line is just black. So what you can do is you can go, mine is called Bob. So bob.color, but it's spelled the American way. So you don't have a U in the word color. It's a bit confusing. And then we have the brackets, and inside the brackets, what we need is to put a color. But we need to put the color in the quotation marks. So like this, if I want it to be blue, I make it blue in quotation marks. And then if you go back to your screen, you can see that the little arrow changed to be blue. And then if you draw a line, you can see what it looks like. And another thing you can do is, so do you see how right now the little arrow, like our turtle, or my thing's called Bob, it's just the shape of a cursor, so it's just an arrow.
Yeah.
You can actually change the shape of that as well.
Yeah.
So you just go bob.shape, and then there's a few set shapes. So like a turtle is an actual shape. And if you press enter, it changed into a turtle. Otherwise, there's a few more. If you want to see what they are, you can just Google Python turtle shapes, and then you can see what options you have. And you can do the same thing for like color and stuff as well if you want to see what kind of set colors they have.
Do we have to do the shape in quotation marks?
Yes, you do. So because these are all words, they're kind of like strings, so you have to do it in quotation marks. So if you go onto here, so this is like the documentation website.
Yeah.
They have like all the functions you can use, and then you can, for example, you can see color or shape. So if you click on the word shape, it'll tell you all the shapes that are there. It says it somewhere. Hang on, let me try to find it. It's somewhere in here. Okay, so I think there's like circle and square and things. I'll let you guys have a look at that as well on your own. So this is the Python documentation, and it's very useful. So if you ever forget what one of the functions are that we've learned, you can just quickly look it up here. Or if you ever forget like exactly how to type it, it'll show you. So let me go back to shape. Oh yeah, so it says here, because the shape thing only has a few like predefined shapes. So it says up here it has like arrow, turtle, circle, square, triangle, classic. So you can try change it to any one of those. And just remember it needs to be in quotations because they're like words, so they're strings. You can also do the same thing for changing the color. So if you want to see what color options there are, you can go onto this website. So to get to that website, you can just type in like Python turtle color or something like that, and you should be able to find it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you guys quickly go on to that website and just have a look, and then I'll let you try find what colors there are. And then have a play around with changing the colors and drawing different lines. So did you guys manage to find the website?
Oh, have a look now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So have a look now and then try see. So I just want you guys to have a look at what color options there are and play around with that. So generally, I think it has like most of the basic ones. So if you guess the colors, there would probably be a color on there. But just to be sure, you can always just double check on that website. So it should be the first result when you Google it. So if you just Google like Python turtle color.
Oh,
Did you find something?
I found a list of shapes.
You found a list of shapes? Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's
On
on VPython.
Oh, VPython. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So is that like circle, turtle,
Search up Python shapes,
Python shapes?
and it comes up with vpython.org.
Let's
The
have a
first.
look.
And then you can see. Gone. What's that? It's gear. See gear. Oh, that's nice. Let's see. Arc. Gone.
Is that working for you? Is it changing shapes?
Text. Oh my God.
Is it working, Corey?
What?
The shape changing?
Yeah, it's working.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So sometimes this is, I think, just like a list of all the shapes that Python has in general. So the other one is just the shapes that like the turtle library has, but this is what Python has in general, I think. But I'm guessing that it works for both, which is pretty cool. And another thing, there's one more thing you can change. Oh, well, there's a few more things you can change, but another thing you can change is the size. So the size of the pen, which is the thickness. So do you see how right now our lines are really thin?
Yeah.
You can change it. So you can just go bob.size, and then I might type in 4. Ooh, okay, it might not be size. Let me double check what it is. Make sure to type in Python turtle. It might be pen size.
Might be what?
It might be pen size, so let me double check. Yeah, so it's pen size. So do you see here how it's pen size, all lowercase and one word? So you just type in, oh, sorry, I'll move it. So you just type in bob.pen size, and inside that, you can type in the size.
Quotations?
No, so because this is just a number, you don't need the quotations. So the quotations are just for the
How
word.
would you make it? How would you make it go upwards?
Go upwards, like to draw upwards.
Yeah.
So which way is your thing facing right now? Is it facing the left?
Yeah.
Yep. So do you remember, like with your angles, if we want to make it go up, straight up, do you know how much degrees that is?
Yeah.
How much degrees is it?
90.
90, yep. But it's 90 degrees to the right. So you know how last time we were going like something dot left, 90? This time try, so this time try like bob dot right, 90. So what it's saying is turn to the right 90 degrees. And then if you go back, it should have changed.
Okay.
So just try that and see.
It keeps getting all the reds. Is it wrong or something? Is it wrong?
Yeah.
Then you must ask Amani to help you.
That's why I'm fixing it.
Amani,
Yeah.
can you look at Corey? He's got a lot of red. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay. So the red just means they're errors, but it's like nothing too bad. Like
Yeah, but then I fixed it.
yeah. So if you fix it, that's good. So you can share your screen if you want, but otherwise, it's okay. So generally,
Let her
I
see it.
don't have to.
if you fixed it, that's fine. So the red things are just little error messages. So like sometimes, let me share my screen again and show you. So sometimes if you accidentally type something wrong or forget the exact word, it'll give you that message. So like how when I typed in bob.size, it gave me that error message just saying that there's nothing called size because it was actually pen size.
Yeah.
So it's just like that. So like this, if I say bob.forward and don't do anything, okay, it's not a red message, but it's still like an error message.
Oh, was that blue?
Yeah, this is a blue message. It's a bit different. ignore the blue message for now. But like if I typed in Bob but accidentally forgot the B or something and then did forward, I'd get another red message. So they're basically just error messages, but they're nothing like to be too worried about. It just, because they just tell you what the error is. So it's just generally it comes if you accidentally type something wrong or like you forgot a letter or a space or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. So did you guys have a go at trying to change the pen size?
Yes.
Yep. And did it work?
Yeah, it did.
Yep. Okay, cool. So what we might do now, so this was all just in the Python shell. What we'll do now is actually make a program. So do you guys remember how to make a program?
No.
No? So that's okay.
No.
So from Python shell, you just go File and then click New File.
Okay.
And then a window should open up and it just looks empty.
Yep.
Yep. So that's what you want. So Corey, do you have that open as well?
Wait, what?
So what we're doing now is, because what we were doing before was just all in the Python shell, so it's just like line by line stuff, but we're actually gonna make a little mini program now. So to make a new file, you just click on the top in your Python shell and click on File and then New File.
File?
Yeah, so yours should be on the very top, I think, because yours is a Mac, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you're...
Doesn't say file anywhere.
What does it say
It
on
only
the
says
top?
oh. New file?
Yeah, yep, New File.
Yeah, got it.
And then, did a window open up?
Yes.
Yep, okay. Yeah, so now it's just empty, but you can like type in stuff. But we actually need to type in Python code. So, what do you guys, so if we want to use Turtle, do you guys remember what the very first thing we need to do is?
Input
Turtle.
Yep,
space turtle.
good job. So do that. And you can close this Python shell now and the other one as well. Yeah, just the shell, sorry. Just so that we don't get confused.
Hit enter.
Yep, hit enter. So now when you hit enter, nothing happens. So that's just because we've written this bit of code in the file, but we haven't actually run the file. So let's do one more step. So let's create our turtle.
When I close the idle shell, it closed the turtle.
Close the turtle, the drawing turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, because the idle, like that turtle thing was part of the idle shell. So,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just create our turtle as well. So do you guys remember how to do that? So we give it a name.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Bob.
then yep, Bob. And then what do we need to type?
Equals
Equals.
turtle.
Yep, turtle. And then remember, turtle dot turtle with the uppercase T. So just remember the turtle, like the lowercase turtle. Can anyone remind us what that means? Like the lowercase turtle and dot?
That it's turtle, like to
Yeah.
open it.
Yeah, so it means that it's like from that turtle library. And then the turtle with the uppercase T and the brackets. Does anyone know what that is?
No.
No, that's okay. So it's basically a function that creates our turtle. So it kind of sets it up. So in Python, or generally in programming languages, if anything has like these two brackets here, afterwards, it generally means that it's a function or method.
Yeah.
So do you guys remember what that is? A method or a function?
No.
No, that's okay. So It's basically like a bit of code that someone has already written, and we can reuse it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just before you said it, I remembered.
You remembered? Yeah.
Just before said it.
Just before. A second too late. Yeah, that's good that you remembered. Yeah, so like you know how dot forward and dot left and things, those are all methods that someone has written that actually makes our turtle like move forward. Yeah, so it just makes it easier for us because we don't have to write like a whole bunch of code.
In whatever direction you made it go.
Yeah, yeah. Hi David, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yep. Okay. So we've started the lesson. So what I might get you to do is to try like follow on as we're going along.
Yes.
So in idle, can you just open up idle, please, and then create a new file?
Yes, I'm trying to do that right now.
Yep. And then everyone else, while you're waiting, just save the program you have made.
Okay.
File, save as, and then choose a folder to save it in. And then give it like a name, so maybe you could call it like intro turtle or something.
So you press file.
Yep. And then save as.
Yeah, and then
Yep. And then
documents.
something should pop up. Yeah. And then you can just choose where you want to save it. So if you want to make a folder, maybe called like Python class or something.
It says, wait, I'm in. It says save as, and then I have to type it.
So file, save as. Do you have any like pictures or like little folder things? Like how it looks like on my screen?
No.
No.
I'll share my screen and show you.
Yep, sure. I'll
wait.
stop sharing mine. Okay. So David, once you have idle open, just click on file and new file.
This pops up.
Oh, okay, so yours is a bit different. So do you see that thing where it says where? Documents. So save as.
I just went into the folder and just check if it was there.
Yeah, so if you just,
and I see it.
You see it? Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah.
And to open it, you just have to right click and press edit with idle.
Right click.
Yeah. Oh, so that's not for you, Corey. Sorry, that was for Chester.
Oh.
Corey, do you see like those things that says desktop documents, things like that?
Here.
Those are just, yeah. So where it says where and there's that little blue icon, those are just the pictures. Those are just the folders on your computer. So you can just choose where you want to save it. So if you want to easily find it, you could just put it in like documents or in desktop or something. If you put it on desktop, it'll just be like, you know how idle is just sitting there? You'll be able to see it on your screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Desktop.
Yeah. And then where it says save as, you just type the name of the file. So you can give it a name like turtle intro or something like that. And then just press save after that.
And then what?
Tags, you don't really need to worry about that. You can just press save. And then format, that's fine because it's a Python file.
So it's right down here now.
Yep, so it might have appeared somewhere on your desktop.
Yep, it has.
Yep, okay, that's good. Yeah, so now that you guys have saved it, I want you guys to click run and then run module. Yeah, so on the top where file was, there should be another thing called run.
Yeah.
And then you can click on run module, the bottom. Yeah.
Run module F5.
So what that does is it actually runs this code that you have in your file.
Run.
So maybe give it a second. Did anything happen for you, Chester, when
Pardon?
you tried to run it? Did anything happen when you tried to run your program?
From the folder.
Yep, so make sure you open it again.
Yeah, I did, but I closed the idle thing
Okay, so you actually have to let...
and clicked on it and it didn't open it.
Okay, so, sorry, what do you mean by you close the idle thing?
Like I closed the
That whole file, like where you had your code?
file thing we created to see if it would work.
Yeah.
Then I clicked on the file, but it didn't open it.
Okay, so to open the file, this is good for everyone to know. To open the file that you've saved, you have to find it first and then click right click.
Yeah, I
And
did
then
that.
there should be an option called edit with idle.
Okay.
And then if you click on that, it should open the file. Did it work?
Oh yeah, I just clicked edit with
Yep.
idle.
And it worked? Yep. Okay, cool. So Corey,
Yep.
I might get you to try that as well, just so you know for next time. So just close your file that you have open right now.
By doing what?
By pressing that little red circle.
Here.
Yep. Right there.
The X.
Yeah, the X. So we're just like gonna pretend like it's a new day and you've closed everything, but you want to come back to your file. So just press the X. You might. Hang on. Maybe something else open. Maybe click out of it and click back in.
How?
Just click like somewhere in the background, like where of your screen, and then try and go back into it. Hang on. Maybe something else is open that's blocking it. Do you see on the bottom how the little idle icon is open down there next to the rubbish bin?
Yeah.
Try right click on that. Or if you right click on it, does any settings come up?
If I right click.
Yeah, so just press quit down there. So we just want to close it and then try open it again later. Maybe give it a second. Might take a second to load.
Okay.
Also, David, do you have a new file open?
I have some problems with idle.
Okay.
So last time I was on idle, I accidentally deleted it, and now I can't find it.
Oh, you can't find it? Okay, so even when you search it up?
On Google.
So on your computer, if you search it up?
On my computer, it says nothing is found.
Nothing is found? Okay, so that might mean you'll have to download it again.
Reinstall.
Yeah.
Yeah, reinstall it. So do you
and I downloaded.
Yeah.
Then it says Python modifier, repair or uninstall.
Okay, so I think it means it has it on your laptop. Okay, I might get you to share your screen. Everyone else, Corey, don't worry about closing that for now. Can you still type on that file? Can you still type stuff?
It's not letting me type.
Not letting you? It could be frozen. Maybe stop sharing your screen as well. It might be making it a bit slow. and try see if you can type on it. And after you've done that, while I'm helping David, what you guys can do is try and make like a square shape. So do you remember how we were doing it in Shell with like forward and right and stuff? Try add in those lines of code to make a shape, but this time type it in your actual file. And then when you press run, it should automatically draw your shape. So does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So David, what happened with Python?
There. Modify
Uh,
setup. Modify, repair, or uninstall. I think I have to do uninstall and then install it again.
Yeah, good thinking.
Okay.
So just try that.
Okay.
So while that's waiting, Corey, are you able to type on yours? Corey? Are you still there? Can you hear me, Corey? So Chester, does that make sense what I told you to do?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so try like do like bob dot forward and stuff and try and make a shape. And when you've done a couple of lines, you can press run module, and then it should open up shell, and then it should open up that other Python window, and you should be able to see your shape. Okay, so David, now it's
Yes.
uninstalled, so you can go back and try install it now. The same way you did. Yep. So Corey, can you hear me?
Install now.
Yep, install now. So Chester, maybe once you've done a couple of lines, just try run it and see what it looks like. Okay.
Now, do I close it or I do
Yeah, so you can just close it.
close?
And now you have to find it.
Python.
You can type it in. You can
Okay, type it in.
Do you have a
So,
search bar?
so
Where's your search bar?
idle. Idle.
Or even try
On the file,
yeah.
I typed run module,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't run the turtle.
It didn't run the turtle. So did it open up that shell thing?
No.
No. Okay. So David, I'll let you try find that, and then Chester, do you want to try share your screen?
Okay.
Okay.
So try find it. It might be in your downloads, David. Maybe. Just try have a look.
I can't find it anywhere.
You can't find it. Okay, it should be somewhere. I'll try help you after. Okay, so import turtle. So one thing you might need to do is Chester, do you see that second line? The bob equals turtle dot turtle without the
Yeah.
brackets? Maybe just get rid of that line. It might be causing an error.
Okay.
Oh, yep. And then do you see bob dot forward?
Yeah.
So whenever you use that, they need to have brackets, and it needs to have a number in the brackets.
Like that one.
Yep. So like the bottom one.
Delete this one.
Yep. You can delete it. And then, sorry, what I meant by run module, so you can get rid of those words that say run module. on the to run it, you have to. Do you see on the top where it says run? Like it says file, edit, format.
Yeah.
Yep, run. Click on that, and then click on run module over there.
Yeah.
Yep. And now
Okay.
just press OK. Yep. So every time you run it, it needs to be saved.
Okay.
And yeah, so now it
Yep.
opened it up. But if you go into your shell, do you see the red text there?
Yeah.
It means there's an error message. So if we click on the shell screen, it tells you what the error is. So it says turtle object has no attribute forward. So do you see what the issue is?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the issue?
That I didn't put brackets at the end with a number in them of the board.
So not exactly, but you're close about where the error is. So the error is it's a simple one. So it's just the word forward is spelt wrong. So it got confused.
Oh.
The forward has a A. So it's F-O-R. And then
A.
yeah. So A for the second O. Oh, sorry. Forward. Forward. And oh, okay, sorry, hang on. It's Forward. Yep, and now try run it again. So do the same thing. Yep. So do you see how it did the line?
Yeah.
Yep. So now it's doing like the exact same thing as what we were doing in Python shell, except it did it all in at once.
Okay.
You can like keep adding lines to it, and it can like keep drawing shapes and stuff.
Okay.
So that's how you actually use that Python turtle code in an actual file.
Got it.
Yeah. So Corey, were you able
Should I
to
stop
type?
sharing now?
Yeah, you can stop sharing now. And also it's the end of the lesson, I'm pretty sure. So Corey, were you able to type on your file again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, Chester, did you have a question?
It's 5:32.
Yeah, it's 5:32. So did anyone have any questions?
No.
No? Okay.
No, no.
No? Okay. Sorry. Corey, were you able to type on your file? Can you still hear me? If not, that's okay because it's saved. And then if you want, at the beginning of next lesson, I can quickly show you what I was telling you about. But basically, I don't know if you were looking at Chester's screen, but what we were doing was just putting the Python code in the actual Python file.
I can move it around.
You can move it around. Can you type in it?
No.
No? Okay. So we might try to figure out what the issue is next week because this lesson's almost up. It could just be that it's frozen or something. I'm not 100% sure. But basically what we were doing with that file is, did you see what Chester was doing on his screen? So we were just putting like the code that we were typing in, like in the Python shell, we were actually putting it in the file so that you could run that Python file and do all that code all at once. So we can quickly go over it at the beginning of next week if you want, but for now we'll have to finish off the class. And David,
Yes.
I'll try help you find the file next week, but until then, if you could try have a look in your computer and see if you can find idle. It should be there somewhere. It might be in like programs and then a folder called Python or something. Just try
Yeah.
to have a look for it and see. If not, I'll help you next week to find it. But other than that, did anyone have any questions?
Nope.
No? Okay. Corey, David, did you guys have any questions?
No.
No? Okay, cool. So I'll just leave it and then I'll see you guys next week, I guess.
Okay.
Yes.
See ya.
Okay.
Have a
Bye.
good week.
You too.
You too.